Drag's a funny one because if you understand it, it's great. If people understand what drag is and why people do it, it's fine. Drag was always seen as, okay, well, you don't want to be a woman, do you? I was like, well, no. I said I wanted to do drag, not I wanted to become a transsexual. Like, it was very rarely seen as what it is, which was, for a lot of people, just a method of performance and a method for creativity. This is creative fun for me. It's not who I want to be. It's just a bit of fun. So this is my favourite look, and I've never been able to recreate it. That one. I know I upset a lot of people when I first started doing it. Just, you kind of get into being that personality and that person that you kind of forget who the other person is, who's actually quite nice. So this kind of bitchy, joking around, people were taking it too personally, and I upset a few people, which really sucked. And that kind of encroached into my life as well as my drag persona. I never wanted that. I never wanted for Gia to be that kind of person that you want to kind of stay away from. But I think the overconfidence that I had kind of stopped that from happening a little bit. I just got too arrogant about it. I'll be the first to admit it. I got too arrogant. I thought I was better than I was, and I got lazy and didn't get as far as I wanted to because of it. So my performing was never really as good as it could have been, because I always like doing things on my own. Like if I'm going to do something, I'm always very, very stubborn. I want to do everything all by myself. So with my performing, it was very much the same. Like I wanted to create the music myself. I wanted to source all the costumes and everything else myself, which a lot of queens do, but they kind of tap into what they're really, really good at. Whereas I'm good at a lot, but I'm not amazing at anything. I ended up being pretty much a bit of a laughingstock of the drag scene in Brighton, which I didn't even know up until recent months. Some of the queens on the scene were just not very pleasant. The bitchiness and the backbiting, as much as you'll always expect that from drag queens, that's part of their nature. It just got to the point of personal, and just downright fucking rude. And there's no need for it. Kind of the drag scene in Brighton got a little bit silly. It got very, very catty, very bitchy, which wasn't what was going on when I started. When I first started, everybody was really like a little family, and we were all looking out for each other, and we all wanted to hang out with each other and have fun, and it was nice. And then all of a sudden it just turned really sour, and everybody was kind of trampling on each other to get further, and it was just not great, which is why I stopped. I didn't feel like there was a demand for her, like people didn't want her anymore. So it's been quite cool having people say, yeah, we want Gia back, come on, bring her back. I actually really enjoyed doing it, so let's try again sometime, maybe. If I was to start again, then I guess knowing what I know now, and knowing the people that I know now, and what they've learned and what I've learned and everything else, I'd approach everything completely differently.